point, we transition into the third age. What is removed is scarcity of labor because we can simply, I assume, grow or create somehow the workers we need, which are really just minds, because this is nothing to the body. We can have them; they can operate robotic bodies or factories or whatever. What we need are awarenesses, things that can, at least on some level, be aware enough to deal with problems. Right? That's what a worker is in the end. It's a machine for dealing with problems, which has awareness, which is a unique quality. So say we can create awarenesses artificially, even if they're somewhat low level and probably not that creative, say. That removes scarcity of labor. Bada bing. We now have unlimited resources. We have unlimited, again, say not unlimited is an infinite at the moment, but as in we can create more using resources. We can actually create more workers, which can create more resources, which can create more workers. Da da da. It just explodes. So we've removed scarcity of resources, we remove scarcity of labor. Now we arrive at the third age. The third age, and again, at this point, our society's power is just, again, I can't even imagine it. It's just colossal. It's like super ultra science fiction. We still have a problem of scarcity, but this is sort of the final one in the regular universe anyway, which is scarcity of creativity. In the third age, the first age was the age of I guess of the laborer. I guess not in the sense of who's being exalted. That's an interesting thought. I guess the first age would be the age of the king, in a sense, as in he who controls resources is exalted. It's like the age of the noble. Kind of interesting. The second age is the age of the worker, or the the producer, just the person who can take in the first age, people control resources and have status. I guess we're talking about status, really. Who has the highest status? In the first age, nobles have the highest status, or I could say warriors, but something like that, because the people who control resources, because since they control it, that's life and death, right? That's the challenge of the first age, so they have the highest status. In the second age, those people lose some of their status because, you can go elsewhere. There's resources all over the place. So the second age becomes the age of the worker or the producer because because they are in demand. Again, they are the ones that control the scarcity spigot, stop point. The third age is actually where artists are exalted and have the highest status. Artists, designers, people who have creativity. Why? Obviously, you've got unlimited labor, you've got unlimited resources. It becomes about novelty. The creatives are the ones who can create a new product. They're the ones who produce all intellectual property. So in the third age, we have scarcity of creativity. And that maybe that could get solved. I'm not sure what would be beyond that. That's kind of into almost like a spiritual age or something. But so that pretty much covers it. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, and like I said, the current age is our transition from age 1 to age 2 is being delayed. The good thing, the bad thing is I find that maddening personally. But the good thing is the further we go beyond that, again, it becomes more obvious to more and more people that what I'm saying is true. Like the Venus Project is a good example, though the guy, there's some errors with that, but they get the idea that we are effectively on the edge of a new age. So the bad thing is it's being held back because the people who have the highest status in the first age want to keep it, and they want to keep it by restricting the transition to the second age, and thereby keeping their stranglehold on resources by keeping it in people's minds that exists, because it's effectively a mental situation now. It's gone beyond the physical. The good thing is that they will eventually fail. Basically, because once you hit a transition point like that, it's everywhere. So what happens is the pressure builds up on multiple levels until finally it just boils over, and there will be a massive transition. I mean, and again, if they hold long enough and hard enough, then it might be a violent one. It might be a revolution type situation. But probably no, it'll probably just evolve. It'll probably just be like, you know what? Well, you know, some unlimited energy thing will come out finally, unquestionably. You know, something will happen, some critical event. That might be the singularity. Who knows? If I'm lucky, it might even happen at the end of 2012, like people keep thinking. And I'm going to have a special on that one as well. I'm going to talk about that quite a bit. Oh, so yeah. So, I mean, basically, the good news is that will happen. The transition into the second age and into good times for all humanity, it will happen. It's just don't know when exactly, but it is inevitable at this point. Let's see. Well, it's about 4 minutes left until the next 10-minute chunk. Trying to think of anything else. No, I think I hit the high points. I mean, I was very pleased with this because I've had a lot of these thoughts, you know, thinking about the resource thing and this and that, but it hadn't crystallized into these, like say, these ages and you know, each thing. There's an age, there's a you know, there's a demand, you know, or a need. First one's need for survival. Second one's need for just stuff. Third one is need for novelty. Actually, it's for just diversion essentially, because you know you have all the stuff you want. There's survival is a long gone issue. The third age is just about you know, basically mental satisfaction. Again, you notice again, I love it. I can tell I'm onto something just because I love how you can see how it falls into a neat pattern and how things become more abstract as you go on. Like everything I ever, these things I figure out, they're all like that. They all go from the concrete to the abstract, the simple to the more complex. They just flow very naturally, and I always know that I'm on the right track when it's like that, and it usually is, you know. But I was pleased with how this kind of just shook out. You know, there's a need in each age. There's a scarcity in each age. There's a class that has the highest status in each age. I could make a little chart, but that's just the way it goes because we're talking about a large system that evolves into different complex setups depending on how things are going. So I look forward to the second age when you know we'll go back into space because there's unlimited resources in space. Like nobody can question that, even if they say, "Oh no, well we can tap out the Earth and everything." Well, fine. There's like trillions of tons, unlimited trillions times trillions of tons of floating pure. They're even better. What gets me is the stuff in asteroids is even better than the stuff on Earth. The stuff on Earth has been, you know, melted and folded by geological processes. You got to refine it. A nickel iron asteroid might be like 18 quadrillion tons of absolutely pure, ready to go nickel iron. It's gorgeous, and it's just floating out there. There's no need for competition. Well, I mean, there's still going to be some of that, but you can't really claim it. It'll be a new Wild West, but in space, and just, you know, people will be bringing home tons of this stuff, making tons of credit, you know, being admired, and there'll be TV shows about them. It's all very science fiction, but it's the way it's going to go. It's just kind of obvious at this point. But that'll be a great age. I mean, again, like a base level survival for humanity. Things will become a lot more civilized. You know, probably it'll be drug decriminalization, a lot less violence and crime, just because people have, at the minimum, they have what they need. So there's no, you know, people are happier. It's going to be a great time. I just hope it. I don't know if it'll happen within my lifetime, but you know, maybe the next one. That would be nice. All right, looks like my time here is done. Another long one. I will talk about 2012 another time, or I can't remember, but a number of interesting topics lately. Alrighty, Bradley out. Talk to you later.